10 steps, 10, that's right, 10 steps to build business credit with no personal guarantee, all right? Step number 1, registering your business with the Secretary of State in your state, your LLC, your S Corp or C Corp. Yes, that's right, you want to use a limited liability company, an S Corporation or C Corporation, or something of this nature that limits your liability, okay? Something of this nature, in this regard, that limits your liability so you can also build business credit without using your personal guarantee. Number two, getting the federal EIN number, Federal Employer Identification Number. This is kind of like social security number for your business. It's very important for many, many things, but it's very important and necessary for number 3. And number 3 is getting a business bank account. Getting this business bank account, typically a checking account, right? Because you got to do some processing, move money in and out, right? But getting a business bank account is very important. In many facets, the business isn't in business until it has a business bank account. When you're getting merchant processing and services or other vendors, getting into vendors that are, I remember when I had this rolling concession stand years ago, they actually wanted to see that we had a business bank account, an EIN, that we had statements, they had bank statements. Processing would also want to see bank statements typically. You get merchant processing, they want to see bank statements. So it's very important to have a business bank account, not just have the company open and sitting and waiting to whenever you're ready to rock and roll. You want to get that business bank account ASAP. Okay, now, number 4, a professional business website, domain, email. Okay, so, yes, I got my notes, Jerome, okay? Got my notes. Shoot, I'm trying to give out good information, Jerome, okay? So sit down. Don't be making fun of my notes. It's important. People need the information. So, number 4 is a professional business domain, email, website, that kind of stuff. It makes you not only look much more professional, but now in this day and age, it's almost 100% necessary. They ask for it all the time and all sorts of things, merchant processing and vendors and credit cards and all sorts of stuff. What's your website, okay? And one of the things that websites and domain hosting provide are email with that actual business entity email name on it, right? So it's not just a Mr. and Mrs. Smith at gmail.com. You've got Mr. and Mrs. Smith is catering, right? You got Mr. and Mrs. Smith info at Mr. and Mrs. Smith is catering .com, or you've got Reginald's truck driving. You got Reginald at Reggie's truck driving services.com, or whatever it is. You've got an actual domain name. Yeah, and I just made a couple of those up on the spot. So don't be laughing at me, Jerome, all right? Sit your butt down, okay? But you get the idea, right? You get the idea. The idea is that you look much more professional and you have something that is there, like customer support at, whatever.com, instead of having a Gmail, yeah? Okay, fantastic. So we got that one. Number 5, business phone number. Now I know what you're thinking. Can I just use my cell number? Well, the idea here is to keep things separate, okay? A lot of times, most businesses need a local and a toll-free number, okay? So could you use your cell phone? You can't use your cell phone number per se, but you could use your cell phone. You could have your numbers forwarded to your cell phone. There are apps for that. There are applications that allow you to have 800 numbers that you can utilize on your cell phone, but you want to keep it separate, okay? And they're usually pretty affordable, so look into that, okay? Number six, a business address. Now what you're thinking, I know what you're thinking, I'll just use a P.O. box or a UPS store because they give you a real address. No, that won't work. A lot of times banks and vendors and credit card companies, they'll know, okay? So it's either a physical address that you actually have offices, okay, like we have offices at the Awesome Life Group. We have actual physical offices. Or you can do a virtual office, something like one of these, Regis or WeWorks or something like this, where it's a communal space and they can get your mail and that kind of stuff. A virtual office. And then the other one is, yes, you potentially could start with a home office. However, sometimes vendors, banks, they're not going to want to give you an account, okay? Sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes. And in that case, you can open up a bank account with your home address, but we're talking about bank cards, like credit cards, vendors, these kind of stuff, they may not want to give you lines of credit in net 30s in a home address. Sometimes you're okay, sometimes not so much, all right? So, get your business address. Then number 7, make sure you get your phone number listed in 411. Now, of course, this can happen naturally, but you probably want to speed up this process as you're watching this video. So listyourself.net is a great way to do it. That's what we've utilized, and it's helped us greatly, all right? Number 8, getting your DUNS number. Now, your DUNS number you can get for free, okay? You can get this DUNS number for free. However, they might try and sell you services, business credit building services and business credit monitoring and all this stuff, okay? You don't necessarily need any of that stuff. It's up to you. But I would say, hey, just get the free DUNS number, you're good to go. And the DUNS number, a lot of times, is what you'll utilize to apply for vendors and for store cards and bank cards and things like that, okay? You can use the EIN as well, but the DUNS number is really what we're hoping to utilize in this regard to have it report to all of your business bureaus, that's right, and ask these vendors if they report to these bureaus. A lot of times, these vendors want to report, but they're not able to because people don't know if their reports are open with the DUNS number or not, or they have a profile with Dun & Bradstreet. So make sure that you know your DUNS number is ready to rock and roll. Usually takes about 60-ish days to get things going with DNB, but it might take a little less time, 30 days, it might take a little bit longer, 90 days, depending on, you know, how these bureaus rock and roll, okay? So just make sure you're good to go. And how do you make sure? That brings us to number 9, NAV. NAV.com is a pretty good spot to look at your business credit reports. You can monitor them there, and this will help you figure out what's going on with your classification codes, your SIC codes, right? Standard industry codes, your employees, how long you've been in business, your revenue, all that stuff. You could be able to monitor that and make sure that you have all that accurate information in there. If it's inaccurate, which we have seen for ourselves before, it can affect you. It has affected us in the past, so we had to make sure to get that stuff updated and disputed and all that good stuff, even on the business side. That's right. So take a look and make sure it's accurate. They had how many years in business we were off and our employees off and address. There's a lot of inaccuracies out there, okay? All right, so number 10, finally number 10, building business credit with your vendors, all right? And we got a list of a few vendors, but there are plenty of vendors out there, and make sure that you check for yourself. One of the ones that I really like is Pitney Bowes. They have great, you know, lines of credit if you're going to go ahead and utilize postage and postage services and products like that. Quill, we utilize Quill. Granger, you could get first aid kits from Granger. BP and Valera for gas. You've got Amazon out there now, I think with a net 55. You've got Staples. There's a lot of great vendors out there that can be utilized for you. Store cards that can be utilized for you. And you can monitor all this at NAV, right? Now, yes, we do have the ability to help you build this business credit as well, all right? And I'll give it to you here, I'll give it to you here. Get tight, Jerome, get tight. You can go to algbusinesscredit.com, ALG. That's Awesome Life Group, right? algbusinesscredit.com, where we can help you build your business credit with no personal guarantee. And we have funding options for you as well, all right? If you need to repair your credit, 609creditrepair.com. Of course, you always know you get the email support. And if you need us to repair your credit, theawesomeliFegroup.com. So don't forget, algbusinesscredit.com to build your business credit and all your business credit needs and funding as well. So, if this video helped you out, please give a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and until I see you in person, I will see you on the other side. Take care.